Okay, today's part is quite interesting. We are going to learn different methods to start your introductory paragraphs. I think that's something that's bothering a lot of students because they will usually ask the teacher, but how do I start my essay? Okay, there are a few ways, no hard and fast rule about it. Basically, just choose the method which you think is most suitable. Then again, it depends on the genre because not every genre suit every method. So you have to be able to determine whether or not it's suitable, right? So I think for Yi-Chen, that means Yi-Chen, this is your first time here. You were with Sheena on another class, is it?
No, she joined like I don't know if it was in this class, but like that time when Chloe first joined also, we were like put together.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, right. Okay, because Yi-Chen from my list, because was I teaching her that time? I wasn't, or was it another teacher? Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's get started. We have Compo, current affairs. I think Yi-Chen, you're quite familiar since you've attended before, so I think I won't go through, okay? So these are usually what we do. Okay, next thing would be the house rules. I think all of you are very nice people. All of you complied. Okay, very good. I'm always happy to see your faces. Okay. And next one is, yeah, basically compo. Moving on to compo. Now, I'm just going a bit faster because I think today we have a bit more content to cover, right? So, of course, okay, let's just focus on one paragraph today, and that will be your introductory paragraph. Okay, your introductory paragraph should always be able to hook your readers into reading your compo, right? So there must be a hook. And depending on the genre, it must also have a thesis statement. Okay, for narrative, not so much. But for which genre do you think we need a thesis statement? Sec 2 already, so I think you should have been exposed to expository, have you?
We are secondary 1.
Wait. Oh, yeah. I got you mixed up with. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Sec 1 only. I keep thinking you're 14, Just now when I told Chloe you're 14 this year, it makes sense that your grandma is 62. Yeah. Okay.
13, not
So I kept thinking, I was
13.
like, yeah, sorry, Varun.
We are 13 years old this year, not 14.
And I think some of you have not even turned 13, right? You're still 12 years old, isn't it? Who has turned 13 already in this class?
Me.
Sheena. Oh, unlike Sheena. So you're the older kids here. Oh, and Yi-Chen as well. Wow. It's not even mid-year yet. So I suppose a lot of your birthdays are in like January, February, March. How many of you born in January? No? February? March?
Me.
Yi-Chen unlocked March. So I suppose Sheena's birthday just over. Unlock, when's your birthday? It depends. Is it?
No. How can it doesn't make sense. That doesn't even make sense.
You know what I
That's
want to
what
know?
Lucky Man
Because,
says.
yeah. Sorry, you were saying?
That's why he says all the time. It depends.
I wanted to know because I'm also a March baby. So I wanted to know whether your birthday falls on the same day as me.
14.
14, great. Yi-Chen, what about you?
No response.
I think she's figuring out how to unmute herself. Or you can type it in the chat if you don't feel comfortable.
Second March.
Oh, second. Okay. Yeah, mine is quite far from yours. Mine is like towards the end of March. Sheena, so you just celebrated your birthday. How do you celebrate?
Dinner, lunch.
Yeah. Lunch and breakfast.
And
Is it?
all my friends like 2 days before.
Oh, so it's 2 days ago.
No,
Interesting.
like I'll go out with my friends 2 days before my birthday.
Okay.
It was on Easter.
Nice. Good. Okay. So someone asked me a question. I think I was unlocked. Do we use thesis statement for argumentative? Yes, you're right. Okay, most of the time, argumentative and expository requires a thesis statement. Personal recount does not, right? So that's if that answers your question, okay? Now over here, this is generally. In general, your intro should be able to grab. In fact, I think for all genres, it should be able to grab the attention of the reader. But not all genres require thesis statement. Personal recount does not. For descriptive essay, also it does not. Okay, so thesis statement is only for argumentative as well as expository. Okay, you might not have been exposed to argumentative yet because usually schools do it in Sec 2. Right, so for now, I think just keep in mind that, okay, if I were to write an expository, I will need to write a thesis statement. Yeah, okay. I have not asked Chloe and Varun actually. Chloe and Varun, when is your birthday? Just came to my mind.
11 June.
11 June, okay.
Oh
And
my God.
Varun,
I'm the youngest.
so what is it?
October 26th.
Wow. Okay, yeah, you are the youngest. I think most of them first half of the year.
Actually, I prefer being younger.
Okay, now, so introductory paragraph has to be developed in the first paragraph or the first few paragraphs. I mean, that is definite. Okay, so let's move on. So one way is to provide a sneak preview. Basically, a sneak preview states with thesis statement and follow with a sneak preview of what you want to discuss. It's like a movie sneak preview, right? You basically give a teaser. You want people to come and watch your movie. Okay, so one example here, I think I'll get someone to read. Does anyone want to read? Any volunteers? Usually that's the response I get from a secondary school class versus a primary school class. You know, primary school class students, they would just, me. Okay, secondary school students are like, no, not me. Anyone? No? There are a lot of passages that needs to be read. Okay,
Starting
fine.
an
I'll read it.
introduction.
Yes, starting an introduction. Can you read? The topic is what life lessons
What
have you
life-
learned so far? The one in black font is actually the thesis statement per se. But like I said, for this one, it's considered an expository. It's not a personal recount. Okay, what life lessons is more like a personal expository instead of a recount of an incident that happened. So you do need to write a thesis statement. Okay, thesis statement basically directs your reader to what you're gonna write about in the body paragraph. So when your reader reads your introductory paragraph, so this one is actually an introductory paragraph, yeah? So when the reader reads this paragraph, he or she will know roughly what you're gonna talk about, right? You're gonna talk about useful, okay, both as a tertiary student as well as a working adult. So the reader will be expecting you to write about how is it useful to you as a tertiary student and how is it useful to you as a working adult. Okay, and I learned that hard work pays off and that at times I need to submit to rules for the greater good. Right? You do learn discipline in school, right? So discipline is one of them. Okay, you learn about social skills, I suppose, especially so for Sheena, right? Social skills and maybe leadership skills. Okay, maybe you build on your leadership. So these are things that you can talk about in your body, but this is one way you can start your introduction. Okay, like giving a sneak preview. Can we use questions to start? Of course, you can ask rhetorical questions, okay, which we'll go through later, right? Number two, you can actually use another method. Like I said, it's not conclusive. Basically, you can choose whichever that is suitable. So definition can be one. So the topic, if it is what does winning mean to you? So you might want to define what winning means first. Someone has something. Yes, Ichan.
I just see like black on your screen. On my screen. Like
Oh. Is anyone saying the same? No, you can see my screen, right? Yeah, I suppose you should be able to see my screen because from Zoom side, I checked. You should be able to see my screen. Maybe, Chen, you want to check your settings a little bit?
No, I don't think there's. Wait, can you like wait, my cameras is like I don't know how it's supposed to work. It's
Are you on Zoom?
doesn't there's nothing about the screen sharing.
Oh, no, you don't have to screen share. Actually, I'm screen sharing. Maybe let me just try again, okay? I'll just stop share and share again. But it shouldn't be the case because if everyone else can see, it should be okay. Can see? No?
Maybe she can try rejoining.
Yeah, maybe you should try rejoining. Maybe you leave the room first and you come back again. You try. Yeah. That should be her computer's issue, I think. Okay. Anyway, I think we'll just give her another 2 minutes to come in. So how have you been in school? Everything is okay? W is coming up, right? I think.
Quite soon.
Oh, you're clueless. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if
I know what's gonna happen, but I'm just saying that it's gonna come up very soon.
should be very soon. Yichen, how's it? Good? Okay, great. Thank you, Varun, for your great idea. Okay, Varun told you to join in again, right? Yeah. Okay, so what you can do is, again, the one in black font is actually the thesis statement. So what does winning mean to you? This is a personal expository. It's not so much about recounting on an incident. Okay, so the genre is personal expository. I'm just going to write it here. Because there are two types of expository. There's one that is personal, another one is factual. So this is a personal expository. Okay, so what does winning mean to you? Winning in the dictionary means to be victorious or successful. It can mean achieving success in an accomplishment or to never admit defeat. For some people, okay, so basically they're not just giving you the definition in the dictionary. They're also giving you definition of what people might think of winning. Okay, so for some people, winning means conquering a weakness or defeating a mental block. Indeed, meaning means different things to different people. To me, so this is the thesis statement because it's a personal expository. So to the writer, what does he or she think about winning? Winning means overcoming the obstacles in life. So this introductory paragraph is using definition as one of the method to start. And then the thesis statement will lead us on to his body paragraphs, whereby he'll talk more about how winning actually means overcoming the obstacles in life. Okay, so this is the thesis statement. All right, I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, you can also use an anecdote or a story. Okay, but I don't recommend too many anecdotes in the body paragraphs of expository. I think later on when we talk about body paragraphs, we will discuss more about that. Okay, because if you use too many personal stories, then it becomes unconvincing anymore if you want to state a point. Okay, so 1 or 2 is fine, but not too many. So this topic is, should we always tell the truth? Same thing. This is the thesis statement. Okay, so how did this writer use anecdote to start the introductory paragraph? At a party, a friend, Joanna, wore a bright yellow dress. It made her face look sallow, and its length made her calves look thick. What do you think of my dress? She gushed. I could not bring myself to ruin her evening, so I lied. If there's nothing to be gained from telling a brutal truth, it is better to suppress it. So this is a personal story. It's not like definition or anything, right? So the first one, okay, the first one was sneak preview. Yeah, it's also not really a sneak preview. It's basically sharing your